Welcome to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As you come into the chat, be sure to drop your crowns, drop your elephants, and your location because I always love to know where you guys are watching from. This is our weekly recap of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. And you know how we like to start the show? Let's get a vibe going. We are live on multiple platforms. We're live on TikTok. Hey, TikTok. We're also live on Facebook, The Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. We're live on Twitch and Twitter at The Kempire. If you're not following me on other platforms, links are available in the description of this YouTube video. And you may notice we have launched a new fundraiser this month. It's for Hurricane Ida relief. I'm on my bouncy chair, y'all. I can't dance in this bouncy chair. I can just bounce. What's going on, UK? What's going on, DC? Maryland? Georgia? Texas? Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video if you haven't liked it already, or if you want to just wait and see what you're going to get. All right, you can like it after we get through this 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way recap. We do this weekly, and if you missed it when I dropped by Up in Adam's channel yesterday, wow. That feels so long ago. That was literally yesterday. If you missed that recap with Up and Adam, of course, it was Down with Jason was also there as well. Be sure to check that out. But a day later, you have different thoughts, especially after you rewatch it and you realize that Down with Jason may have lied to you. We'll get to that. But if you're just joining us, shout out to our mods that are already in the chat. Shout out to our team Kempire and Royal Court members. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, you don't have to, but if you would like to support the channel so that we can continue to grow and do amazing things like this live and other technical things that happen behind the scenes, you know, when I pretended to be Robin, everything comes at a cost. If you would like to become a member of the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, head on over to TheKempire.com. But if you're watching from your PC or Mac, there should be a join button under your video. And that will detail all the different tiers that we have. And more tiers are coming. And new emojis will be coming very soon. So stay tuned for that. Also, taking the time out of the day to create some of this stuff. I'm creating it. Anyways, guys. This is our weekly recap of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. I will be going live again probably after 8 p.m. Eastern to recap the trailer for The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and their taglines. We have things to talk about And I will be dropping the call-in link for that live so that you guys can share your thoughts on your first reactions to what we saw in that. And if you missed it, TikTok, it's available on my TikTok. Be sure to follow me on TikTok, y'all. You're getting under 15 seconds, under a minute, reality TV recaps, and of course, everything in pop culture. So enough of that. Enough of that. Let's talk about 90 Day Fiancé. We already have almost 100 people in the room. Be sure to like the video if you haven't liked it already. Let's talk about 90 Day Fiancé. The Other Way. This is only episode 2. This is only episode 2, and I'm truly I'm loving it. It's good. Is it fantastic? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Oh, I forgot. Sidebar. Before we get into 90 Day Fiancé, you may have noticed on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, we have launched a new fundraiser last year not last year. What's wrong with me? Last month, we were able to raise over $5,000 for the Hope for Haiti charity for everything that was going on in Haiti after their major 7.2 magnitude earthquake. And as you know, Hurricane Ida brought destruction, more specifically in Louisiana, but of course, across the United States were affected, including here in New York City. So I had to do my research. I read some articles. After the live, I'll post those articles in the description of this video. But I would like to raise at least $1,000 for this fantastic charity called Project Hope. Project Hope. They, during Hurricane Ida, sent an emergency response team with 11 medical volunteers and has distributed 8,000 hygiene kits, which include items like shampoo, soap, a toothbrush, deodorant, first aid supplies. And of course, donations that you make will go to this charity. I know there's so many. There were other charities that I could have included. There's another charity that I have in mind for Hurricane Ida that's right there in the thick of things in Louisiana. And they actually created this charity during Hurricane Katrina because of, if you remember that, and how all of that was mishandled. But stay tuned for that. I had to get approval from YouTube in order for that particular charity to be a part of it. But Project Hope, I know that a few people already are doing fundraisers with this reputable charity. Of course, as always, I've done my due diligence in regards to some of the charities. And of course, there are some other known charities, but I already know a lot of you are already skeptical of the Red Cross, of the Salvation Army, for whatever reasons. I understand all of them. But let me see what you guys are already saying in the chat. Put my banner up. What banner? Which one? Which one? I have plenty. Which one? Let me see it. Susie says, I'm loving 90 Day The Other Way so far. Kenny Armando are my favorite. So let's just jump right on in. If you guys just joined us, this is our weekly recap of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. I have lots to say, so let's get through them all because I'm going live again after 8 p.m. probably Eastern to recap Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I know you're saying, but there was no new episode. We got a teaser that's worth talking about. And taglines. So stay tuned for that. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of that. And of course, join the texting community. I love texting. I text with quite a few of you guys. I'm texting more with you guys than I am with my own friends. So join our texting community as well. Let's jump into this recap though. Let's jump into this. I literally was texting with Adam earlier because, you know, when I watch shows sometimes, a lot of times I end up, you know, researching like the country. And I think the reason why I love 90 Day The Other Way is because I love to travel and we literally get a glimpse into these places that we probably will never visit. Like Providencia. I didn't realize, you know, in this episode with Ellie, you know, we get to see her friends and things like that. But I ended up Googling Providencia because, you know, I was like, let me just see, like, where is Providencia? You know, I know it's Colombia, but then I'm like, he don't look Colombian. He don't sound Colombian. To understand, this is why you got to do your research, and this is why you have to travel, people. So, and if you look at the lower right-hand corner, That is Ellie and Victor. Not Victor. Yeah, Victor. I can't get. Look, it's a new season. I'm getting to know the names. With that being said, though, Providencia, that hurricane. I'll take this off for a second so you guys can see. I'm like looking in the camera and I'm like, y'all not seeing me. Providencia, that hurricane. You know, he said it was going to be like a category 2 or 3. It was a 4 when it hit, and got rid of 98% of the businesses and homes in Providencia. Only one person died from what the last report that I saw. This just happened in November of 2020. It was bad. It was a bad hurricane. And she says she's giving up her entire life and business to move to Providencia that just lost all their businesses. I like Ellie. I really do. She opened up episode 1 for us. It was a lot. She's been through a lot. I text Adam, and Adam, hope you don't mind me saying, well, I said it to you, so I have no problem saying what I said. I said to myself, God forbid she lost another man that she's in love with. Remember, she lost her husband. She found him dead. He had an accidental overdose. So I said, oh my goodness. I mean, when you read that Providencia experienced such a horrific hurricane, you're like, did he survive? But now it's got me looking at him with a side eye. But since we're talking about hurricanes, if you guys are just joining us, we're running another fundraiser this month. And the reason why I got motivated to do this fundraiser was because of a 90-day related post that someone sent me. I can't think of who, because you guys always text me. It's a lot. No, not that you guys text me. It's just a lot to remember who sent what. So I wanted to share with you. You remember Jovi and Yara? Well, his mom posted on her social media about the hurricane. Remember, they're in Louisiana. Louisiana experienced some really terrible flooding and damage there. But what she shared on her social media, I couldn't believe people are saying, like, yeah, look, not y'all, but people on social media say some of the craziest things. But I want to share this video with you guys. So let me just share my screen. Let me share my screen. Share. Okay, let me share my screen with you guys. You don't need to see me. Here we go. All right, let me go back. Let me go back to Gwen.
Here, while I have some internet service, I could see a little bit of my house back there.
Hold on, y'all. It's freezing. Gwen, why you paused? Hold on, y'all. I don't know why I did that.
I have some internet.
Hold on, y'all. I don't know what's going on with that. Let me try it again. Let me refresh this page, because this is why I decided to do this. I don't know why it's freezing. I don't know. That's so weird. It was playing for me. Anyways, I'll give you the basic gist of what she said. I don't know why it's freezing. Instagram, maybe something's going on with Instagram. Anyways, Gwen, as you may recall, who we all loved from 90 Day Fiancé, the other iteration than 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, Jovi and Yara. Okay, so what she was saying in that video was basically, you know, she was showing what happened in Louisiana, but she also shared that people were saying, why do you even live there when you know, when hurricanes are going to happen there? There is no perfect place to live. Hurricanes don't normally happen in New York, and we had Ida come through, and she wasn't even a hurricane, and it caused major damage. If you have nothing nice to say, 50 Cent, if you saw my previous video earlier today, then you know what I'm talking about. Shut up! Get off the internet. It takes so much energy to put down. Well, it doesn't take a lot of energy, but for me, to to go to someone's page and put that. And she says, you don't have to donate to me. She said, I would rather you donate to, the babies that are hungry right now in Louisiana that need food. But the fact that you guys are in her comments saying that she needs to move from where she grew up, where she lives, where she loves. Susie, stop. Stop. No, I think it's Instagram. Look, because I have good internet. I invest in top internet so we don't have issues. But even when you have top internet, you can still have issues. We saw it before. If you guys have been following me before, every once in a blue, and sometimes it's StreamYard or it's whatever YouTube. You never know. You never know. But Sonia says, living down here is a way of life. It's not a place to live. Yes. Susie says, exactly. I'm from Florida, and everyone is always telling me it's too dangerous because of the hurricanes. Susie, I was going to say it's too dangerous because of your governor. Look, a little humor. But that's the reason why I said let's launch this hurricane relief fund for Louisiana and for everyone affected by Hurricane Ida. I don't think people realize that, yes, the hurricane is gone. It's still hurricane season, but people are still rebuilding and homeless still. Okay, so if there's any little bit of what we can do, let's do it. Let's donate what we can. Thank you to people that have already donated. Appreciate you. We're going to try and raise at least $1,000. We tried to do that before and we raised more. So let's continue to do that. All right, let's get back into this recap. I'm going to close this out. I don't know. Maybe something's going on Instagram today. Back to this. Back to 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. Okay, but since we're talking about the hurricane, we can talk about Ellie. Ellie has the conversation with Victor, and he talks about the hurricane coming. But before she even has the conversation with him, she meets with her friends, and she lets her friends know that she's going to Providencia. She's giving up her entire life and moving to Providencia for this man that cheated on her. I mean, I wouldn't do it. I'm glad she's doing it for us so that we have this stellar season. But I wouldn't do it, especially now there's a hurricane. Her friends are very skeptical because they know about the cheating situation, and now we have this other situation. But when she has the FaceTime with him, she's like, "You sure she's not the other woman? Okay, the other woman that he cheated on her with. You sure she's not on the island anymore? Would it matter if it's not her? It could be someone else, Ellie. It could be someone else." It's so interesting the way that we think when it comes to when someone cheats on you. You can't stop someone from cheating on you. They will find the time, the place, whatever, to do it. You can't control people. You can't. I know it's hard to really come with that concept. If you can't trust a person you're with, that is the telltale sign. Okay? That is the telltale sign. Okay. Nothing else really happened with Ellie this episode. We're going to see Ellie travel to Colombia. I'm not sure she's going to be able to make it to Providencia because I didn't realize how bad the hurricane was in Providencia. I don't think she's going to be able to get there based on everything that's going on. Thank you again to someone that made an anonymous donation. We got quite a few new donations. Oh, thank you, Ray Della, for the donation. Thank you. Your donations, again, after the live, I'm going to post in the description the actual charity and more information. But when you go to the fundraiser, there is more information there. Let's move on because this week, we of course got Kenny and Armando. But before we get to Kenny and Armando, last week's episode ended with Jenny losing her mind. But I was here for it. I was here for Jenny losing her mind. I was like, every once in a while, the last season and now this season, those are the only times that we saw her really get really angry. But he calms her down. We find out later in the episode that it was just a clerical error what it was saying about her visa, but she was still upset. Like she's like, the whole plan was that you were going to marry me. Why do you guys think that he doesn't want to marry her? Do you really think it's just because of his parents? I've defended him and I said, I think because it really is something very important to him to have the approval of his parents. And without that, he doesn't want to do it. And maybe he doesn't like the fact that the only reason why she wants to get married is because of the legality situation of it all. And it's not romantic. Right? I don't know. Look, Submit has been suspect since the beginning. I'm still looking for Michael Jones. And if you've been following, then you know exactly who Michael Jones is. It wasn't Submit, but she's in love with Submit. Submit and Jenny, I believe there's a love. Remember, this is a 10-year relationship. So, let me look at the comments. Sonia said he a punk. Asia says her age, to have kids, his parents. If all of that is true, I definitely, you know what I think? Can I be a hopeless romantic with you guys? I think Submit and Jenny are soulmates. Like they were probably the same age in another life. I believe it. But she still is very concerned, and rightfully so. If I was a foreigner in another country, you don't, especially during a pandemic, you don't, and you want to be with the love of your life. I don't want problems with the government. I don't need y'all coming dragging me out this house. You know what I mean? I don't need that. Belinda says, no lies said, Kev. CM says he won't marry her. Oof. No such thing as this clerical error. Fully staged for the game. Lisa, I had the same thought. I felt like that was staged. Like, oh, this clerical error. It probably that's not even probably what was said. Did we even see them show that on the camera? I can't remember if they even showed us that. But yeah, I didn't believe that either. We've heard of stories about 90 Day Fiancé producers creating moments. More specifically, you remember, oh my God, what's her name? The white lady from 90 Day Fiancé, the original. Oh my goodness. And she also went down to, where did she go to? Barbados? I can't remember. There's way too many of these couples, unimportant couples too. K11 says he doesn't want to marry that elderly woman. He used her to get out of his marriage. Wow. You think he used her to get out of the marriage? I don't think so. I really believe in their love. I think that they're in love. I think they're soulmates. Well, anyways, they go to a lawyer to figure out how she can stay in the country without them getting married. So one of those ways is giving up her citizenship to the United States. But she's concerned that if she does that, she's going to lose her Social Security. That's all she has. And she probably lives like a queen in India with it. Because you live like a pauper in the States with a Social Security. Trust me, I know. And I'm not saying I'm on Social Security. I saw my parents' Social Security. Just saying. You know what I mean? Oh, Belinda says he found himself a good prey. Did y'all have dinner? Y'all real? Hold on. Caleb says he obviously doesn't want to marry her, though. Oh. Marcia says, I believe they love each other. I really do believe they love each other. Asia said, where the hell is his passport? He says that his ex-wife's family stole it. I believe that, though, because we have to remember, they probably were concerned that he was going to take the passport and run off with Jenny. So they didn't want him to run off without paying all, they wanted, I guess, was that the dowry? He had to pay them a lot of money to get out of that marriage. They are both living off of her Social Security. I believe that. Football Cat says they live off CAMEO. Don't shade CAMEO. Look, hold on. By the way, guys, there are some really cool new features coming to CAMEO where you're able to get exclusive tea and text with me on CAMEO. Yes, you can text with me on my community text. However, this will be a more in-depth conversation on CAMEO. Some really cool things coming to CAMEO. If you would like a CAMEO, because the holidays are coming up, graduations. I guess some people are graduating in December. Things like that. More information are available in the description of this video. Don't shake CAMEO. Francesca says he could report it lost and get a new password. But remember, it's a pandemic. Why am I fighting so hard for Submit and Jenny? We have to remember it was a pandemic. A lot of things were closed. Remember, even in the United States, everything was like shut down. So I can only imagine India, everything was probably shut down as well. No. Walker says, for the marriage, it's restitution. Okay. Sadie says, I think he does love Jenny, but isn't ready to marry her anytime soon. She doesn't have much time. And I'm not talking about her visa. I bet you all thought I froze for a second. Oh yeah, okay, I heard that one already. Walker says, the parents obviously know they're not going to have children. Well, no. See, Diana says, I do great cameo. Sonia says, the Saudi Arabia consulate lost my dad's passport. They were using it under a table leg to steady a wobble. What? Sonia. What? Don't play with me, y'all. Y'all know. Don't let me get a Jenny bobblehead and put that up here. Okay, just saying. Anyway, Kendall says, I'm tired of Jenny and Submit. Jenny needs to go home. Oh, damn. Jenny, I don't want Jenny to go home. I believe in their love, but we're going to move on. We're going to move on. You guys are hilarious, though. You guys are hilarious. We already talked about Ellie and Victor. We already talked about Jenny and Submit. Let's talk about this couple. And this is where Down with Jason, I'm looking at you. If you're watching or if you're watching this later, you lied to me. I watched the episode again, and I didn't see any insinuation. I mean, besides little breadcrumbs that he said that maybe he slept with maybe not a girl. Steven with a V. You know I love him. He is quirky. He is funny. At one point, he says to his friend, you want me to hug you? He tells, well, first of all, we get to meet Alina. Yes, Alina in Russia with her friends and her family. Her parent, her mom and her grandma are not comfortable with this. She's young. She's going to a country she's never been before. She's only been with Steven with a V, 2 weeks at max. I get it. But all the signs, and Jason and Adam convinced me that maybe he might be in the closet. He might be in the closet. Walker says he insinuated that the church might not approve of one of the relationships that he had as opposed to another. I believe that's where Jason got that. Where did I miss that? Was that last week's episode or this week? Or did I miss it again? Or is Discovery Plus giving me an edited version? Marshall said he did not say who he slept with. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait and see. We're gonna have to wait and see. But I still like the kid. Well, here's the thing. He tells Alina, yes, we're going to move to Turkey and be together. And I've gotten 2 apartments. Well, really 1 good apartment, and I'm going to be staying in a hostel. And she's like, what? Mind you, he's telling her this right before they go. She's packing, she's ready to leave. So it's like, what is happening? QK says, who's in the closet? Mormon boy? Come on now. Steven with a V. We're not sure. It just seems as if he may have insinuated something. Susie says Steven's acting like he's a playboy because we also find out when Alina's talking with her friends that he hangs out with a lot of his girlfriends. And, oh, wait a second. And he asked her if they could date other people, which to me is not an abnormal question when you're in a long distance relationship. It's not an abnormal question, I don't think. Kendall says, yeah, that Mormon guy looks like a freak. It's always the quiet ones. It's always the quiet ones. Guys, if you're just joining us, we are recapping 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. It's only episode 2, and I'm really enjoying it. If you guys are enjoying it, let me know in the chat from 1 to 10, how would you rate this week's episode? From 1 to 10. Here's my rating. I probably would rate this episode. It wasn't as great as the first one, so I'm going to give it a solid 7, 7.5. I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I love the closet. Loopy. Hold on. That's an abnormal question if you are in a relationship, period. But they're in a long distance relationship. I'm not saying that would work for me. That would not work for me. That would not work for me. Period. Okay? But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see their interaction together. I'm not sure what's going on with Steven with a V. He's quirky and perfect for reality TV. I hope that he would not lead this woman on if he knows that maybe, and look, he may not be gay, y'all. He might be bisexual. Okay? There are bisexual people in the world. Sonia says, yes, he has freaky, nasty vibes. I'm telling you guys, I can't. Never worked for me either. Walker says he's going to be able to control himself the first night. Yeah, he made it seem as if, I can't stay in the same place with you because I won't be able to control myself. Okay, but why wouldn't you say this to her way before? Why are you waiting right before? Caleb says, I don't get gay vibes from him. Like I said, he might be bisexual. Yeah, Susie. Gay or not, he's a bit strange. He is. And he's perfect for reality TV. He's perfect for reality TV. Okay. Walker says, it could have been a menage a trois. Well, he has a secret, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. Hey, Joette, thank you so much. Marietta says, passport is a government document. He's just a bearer. The family can get in trouble for keeping it. Well, this is true, but who knows what Submit? Submit has shown us multiple times that he's a liar. I don't know how this relationship has gotten as far as it has, but Submit is a liar. Let's not forget. I need to find the pictures of Michael Jones. But Submit has lied from the beginning. He lied about his name. He lied about his pictures. Then he lied about being married. What else has he lied about that we don't know about? Does he have a secret this season? Oh, we forgot to mention, not only would she have to give up her citizenship, the other option is for her to join Hare Krishna. And I'm here in New York City, and I know the Hare Krishna. I literally saw one the other Saturday when I was in the city. I was like, this is going to be Jenny. But I feel like Jenny, again, is doing everything to be with this man. Jenny, you are too grown. I'm going to say too grown. Y'all thought I was going to say something else. You are too grown to be making all of these changes for this young man that could up and leave you. Don't be surprised if the Submit ends up having a baby with someone. Oh, that's going to be juicy. Jessica says his secret is that he's not a virgin and he had intimate relationships before. Jessica, that's what he said this episode, but people are saying that I missed the part where he talks about one of the relationships the church would not approve of. So there's more to that secret. Ain't seen them in years once. Oh my goodness. Kendall says that is so true. Pathological lie, and Jenny so gullibly in love. Oh, all right. Let's move on. So we already talked about we'll get to them, because let me talk about this couple first. Let's talk about this couple. Hold on. As you guys know, I say this every single week. Evelyn hates him. They're preparing to get married. So she finds the most expensive wedding planner in all of Ecuador. In all of Ecuador. She finds the most expensive. They're saying it's going to be like $50,000 to $60,000 for the wedding that she would like. And what's his name? Corey, right? Corey. He's like, I didn't expect it to be that much. I know friends that got married for $5,000. I mean, they could literally get married they live right on the beach. All they really need is whoever performs weddings there, come there, have a small situation. But she's saying, well, if you would like for me to get married, I don't want to get married. You're the one who wants to get married. She might be using this as a way to get out of the marriage because, say it with me, this is why I need a live studio audience. She hates him. Football cast says sabotaging wedding to run off Corey. Susie says she was the only wedding planner in Ecuador. Aza, I like your name. For someone who doesn't want a wedding, right? Well, that's why I think it's a plan. It's a plot. Exactly, guys. Don't forget, we have over 150. Who disliked the video? Who did I talk bad about in this video? Who didn't I talk bad about? She hates him. And honestly, they don't have much of a storyline. Because all I have to say was the wedding planner situation. Yes, her sisters don't like him either. So everybody besides Evelyn's mom seems to love him. Everyone in that family, and maybe the father, everyone else hates him, including Evelyn. All right. That's all I have to say about that couple. Okay. Who did I forget? Oh, I know who I forgot. We're gonna get to Ari and Benham and Leandro because that is the thumbnail. But Armando and Kenny are back, and why was I getting teary-eyed? Why was I getting teary-eyed? We can trust and believe Kenny's going to give us some Candace tears, okay? He's going to give us some Candace tears. He's not going to wipe those tears, though. He's going to let those tears fall. But they're a sweet couple. We got reacquainted with them in this last episode. They also talked about how Armando's father still doesn't know that they're engaged or getting married. Not sure if they're going to actually, like, the family will come. Not sure if that's going to happen. Ozzy says they give me Tim and Melisa vibes. Adam from Up and Adam mixed them up the first week we were recapping them. He said he was like Tim and Melisa. He picked up their picture. I said that's not them. That's not them. What happened with Tim and Melisa? Tim has some anger management issues. If you watch 90 Day Bears All, you saw him lose it. But we won't talk about them because they're not on this. Ryan says they put me to sleep. Here's the thing. I loved Kenny and Armando when we first were introduced to them last season. But towards the end of the season, it got kind of boring. Not kind of. It was boring. Kenny and Armando and the baby girl are so cute. And teaching each other English and Spanish. But we already going to find out that Kenny's big secret. Kenny, we already know what your big secret is. You're not adjusting to life in Mexico. You haven't learned Spanish. I get it. It's a big adjustment. It's a big adjustment for someone. First of all, for someone his age, and when I say that, I'm not age shaming. It's that he's lived a life. It's sort of like you've reached a certain point in your life. You're like, I don't want to learn anything new. Just especially a language. Walker says Armando's going to have 150 people, but not his dad. I don't mean to laugh at that, but you're right. It's like Armando's being a bridezilla. He's being a bridezilla. But remember, Armando got married before, and that story, I hope they kind of get into the real story of what happened with his wife that passed away. and how that happened, because that was oof. So Armando, he was married to a woman before, but that's not who he really is, or who he really was. So now he's going to be able to do it the way he really wants to do it and be free. So I can see why he wants to really, go all out. But calm down, girl. look, calm down. Anyways, we can go off topic. I do it all the time. Ozzy says, let's be honest, off topic. But last season, Brittany and Yasmin take the cake of season 2. Ozzy, I was looking, because I look up pictures for the thumbnails and things like that, and I saw pictures of Brittany and Yazan. I always mix up his name. I was like, I kind of miss her messiness. She was on the Single Life. Single Life is airing right now, but this is season 1. So if you don't have Discovery Plus, then you didn't see season 1. So, I mean, I really should just recap it, because I already saw it before, and I would watch the Single Life again. But Brittany, although very messy, she's entertaining. And I enjoyed her messiness in Jordan. Oh, and as I do this, if you know, you know. You need to follow me on my TikTok, right? TikTok? If you know, you know. Oh, my allergies have been killing me today, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't do any of that stuff. I am a straight A person. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do none of that. Anyway, my nose all of a sudden. I talk about Brittany, and then all of a sudden my nose starts itching. George Wilson says Yasmin is so sexy. I follow him on Facebook. George. You know who's sexy? Not Yasmin, his brother. Just saying. Belinda says, hold on. Wait, Sonya says she put root on you? Oh my God. No. Belinda says, I'm with Corey. $50,000 in a third world country. Yeah, that's why. First of all, I feel it's a storyline, but I also feel like she hates him. And this is who we're talking about. For those that are just joining us, you're probably like, who are we talking about? Evelyn and Corey. I feel it's a storyline, but I also feel like because she hates him, she really does not want to marry him. Kendall says, yes, Brittany and Yasmin were fun to watch because they were a mess. They were a mess. Oh, but Kenny Armando, every show needs a little bit of balance. But I'm trying to think, who's really messy this season? Not really anyone that's really messy. I hope we don't get bored by the middle of the season. It started off so good so far. Nicole says, yes, the brother is fun. I love how we've all digressed to last season of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. Let's get focused. All right. We already talked about everyone else, right? I don't want to dive further into Armando and Kenny. More to come with them. We will continue to watch and see how that goes. I did not plan for this live to be long. I am going to go live again to talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I have some news that I want to talk about there, so don't miss that live. That will probably be around 8 p.m. Eastern. I want to talk about some things for our members, something exclusive. So stay tuned for that. The thumbnail. Look, the thumbnail. This couple. How do we almost forget? How do we almost forget Ariela and VENMO and Leandro? Okay? Exactly. Yes. Yes. Ariela is messy as hell. Ariela, how do we super chat? Loopy, you don't have to super chat. If you want to donate, you can donate. There should be under the chat option. Under the chat option, there is options there. You can send a super chat or you can donate. Oh yeah, you can't super chat when I have the fundraiser up. So any donations, guys, as I said before, we are trying to raise at least $1,000. Hurricane Ida ripped through Louisiana. We are collaborating with Project Hope sending donations to them directly. That couple is a mess. Let's talk about Ariela. She's been a mess since the beginning of this season. I mean, she was a mess last season, but she's a big mess this season. Her ex-husband of 10 years. But let's think about something. Did she marry Leandro for his citizenship? Remember, she was 19 years old and conveniently divorced him when she was no longer legally responsible for him. Can we talk? This is why when I initially watch it and then I watch it again, and I'm glad I wait till Tuesday because then I have new thoughts. So you get my fresh thoughts when I stop by Up and Adam, but then I start thinking. This couple has got to be faking. I think they are playing this up for the cameras because they're almost giggling as they're saying these things. She's dressing differently. She's getting her nails done. She conveniently forgot her ring, her wedding ring that he paid $1 for, which I don't care if he paid. I mean, I care. I'm a tourist. I like nice things. I already know I want multiple rings. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Okay, can I tell y'all my idea? No, I'm not telling y'all my idea because then y'all gonna steal it. Either way, it doesn't matter. You can steal it. It's not like I'm gonna know. We'll talk about that at another time. We'll do that for the members only live. Kendallin says, I was clutching my invisible pearls for the audacity of her Ariela. But can we talk about my speculation about how she married Leandro when she was 19 years old, stayed with him until 10 years, the convenient amount of time? But they were friends. They became friends in the end, but she makes it seem like there was something more. From the first episode, now this episode, she's dressing up. She's, giggling. At one point, once Leandro's there, she's like crying and apologizing to him. At one point, she's, when she has Avi, she's like, "Oh, you could have had an Avi." I said that could not be me. That could not be me because I'd be like, really? First of all, you have to remember Leandro also has a girlfriend, so I know she would not like that. Yeah, it's a little too scripted, but I'm here for it a little bit. I don't love scripted, especially, from 90 Day Happily Ever After with that family. But it's so messy. I'm like, he brought her bras, but remember, she's in Ethiopia. There's certain things that she can't get there. But also remember, let's not, I also don't like to shame my African continent. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be clear. I've traveled around the world. There are certain parts of Europe, certain things that we love in the United States that we can't get. So if we have friends coming from the United States, case in point, one of my good friends from Amsterdam, she's like, there's something that I want that I can't get here anymore. I think it's like discontinued. Can you bring it for me? I'm like, of course. That's Europe. So I like to give a full perspective because a lot of people are like, oh, it's Africa. You can't get anything. No, it's just certain things that we have in the States is not available outside the States, or it's limited, or it's hard to get. Okay. Oh, wait. Allie, yay for Taurus. Kempire, I have 3 rings. Are you a Taurus too, Allie? So you get me. Look, you get me. Gigi says, no, not 10 years. She's now 28. But she said for 10 years. She's 29. No, she's 29. Because under her profile, it said 29. But now she's probably like 30, 31. Hold on. Stephanie said, when Benny's sister heard about the ex visiting, and she said, this is some white people-ish, I almost fell out. Me too. Because, look, white people, I know you're watching. That's okay. In the Black community, we do say that amongst each other. That's all. Marcia says, sounds fishy, Kempire. I would not put up with her. First of all, I think the only reason why Benny's putting up with it because it is something produced. It's not, they are making good money from the show. That money from the show probably goes a long way in Ethiopia. So, and they're getting fame from it as well. Yes, Marsha, drop those elephants. She's acting like she's sick of Benny. I just never got that she was in love with Benny. Remember when her mom left last season? Immediately, she was like, I don't want to be in love with you. She turned into a completely different person. And I really was like, oh my God, who is this woman? Who is this woman that we're seeing? Diana says too scripted. I know. Walker said, I watched it again. She actually asked for the bras. My daughter was like, how come she can have her parents ship it to her? But this goes back to what I was saying. Certain things it would be easier and faster and cheaper for someone just to bring it for her. The Angels does say, he brought some gifts, but there were also things that she asked him to bring, and that was bras. At first, when you see the preview, you're like, what the hell? But she asked him to bring it. And remember, he has a girlfriend. Valley says, as I say this, I don't believe Leandro has a girlfriend. Why didn't she come with him? Because it's Ethiopia and it's a pandemic. I'm just saying. Remember, he had to quarantine and maybe she didn't feel safe traveling. Look, I haven't traveled since right before the pandemic. I'm going on my first trip in a couple of months. Less than that. George Wilson. Behave yourself in the chat. She's 29. Well, based on what they said, according to her, they were married for 10 years. That's what she said. So did they just get divorced? Was she still married when she got with Benny? Remember, she's not married to Benny yet. They're engaged. Are we going to see a wedding this season? There's a lot of weddings this season. Armando and Kenny, Evelyn and Corey. That's not going to happen. This is going to be interesting. So far, I'm enjoying 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. This is our weekly live recap. I love that we can have conversation, especially in the chat. The conversation just keeps going. I'm like, oh my God, we're almost an hour. Guys, we have over almost 200 people watching. Be sure to like this video if you haven't liked it already. If you're watching the replay, let me know your thoughts in the comments, how you're rating the season so far. Guys in the chat, from 1 to 10, how would you rate episode 2 of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way? Also, if you're checking this out, we are trying to raise at least $1,000 for Project Hope that is doing the great work in Louisiana for the victims of Hurricane Ida. Okay, so we're getting there. We're getting there. We just launched it today. I might change it to another organization if YouTube approves it. So, let me see something. QK says, how come my chat on here is a little behind, y'all? I don't know why. Thank you for the $5 donation. I don't know what's going on with my little chat here. It's like behind. I don't know, y'all. It's not up to, I think it's StreamYard. I think there's something going on with StreamYard, y'all. It's all right. I can see your comments here. George Wilson says a solid 4. Let me scroll. QK says 7. Kendallin wants to know if I speak Patois. I'll keep you guessing. Keep watching. You might hear it one day. All right. Betty in my TikTok chat says Evelyn and Corey are not a good couple. No, they hate each other. Does the ex-husband get paid being on the show? Probably not. Probably not. He probably just signed a release. Some people will just do it to do it. God's Butterfly says, I give this episode an 8. Sonia says, yes, Caribbean love is great. Oh, Sonia, you have a story to tell. Carrie says, I give it an 8. Lisa says, if she was 19 when they met, plus 10 years together, plus 1 year of divorce proceedings. I know, it doesn't add up. Maybe she's lying about her age. I don't know. Or maybe they were married still. That's a question to pose. That is a question to pose. I didn't think of this until you guys brought it up. Anyways, guys, as I said before, this is our weekly recap of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. If you're watching the replay of this, be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments section, how you rate it, who's your favorite couple so far, and the new things that we've come up with. Are we lying about this whole storyline? Is Evelyn going to marry Corey? And is Steven with a V sus? Nora says a solid 7. I think it's going to be a great season. Aza says, can you review Love in Paradise? I'm just getting into it. A lot of people, there's a lot of shows people want me to watch. I need to at least watch one episode and see if I want to get into it. There's a show on HBO Max that I want to get into that's about to be over. So I'm going to see if I can get into that. There's a lot of stuff. But I will be taking, guys, don't forget to join the texting community. I'm going to post that up here so you guys can send me text messages on T, but also sending me texts on shows that you think I should watch or get into. All right. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, head on over to TheKempire.com. If you'd like to join our texting community, TextKempire.com. More information on how you can support the channel. Shout out to everyone that's been sending super chats and Venmos and PayPals. I don't get a chance during the live to thank you, so I just want to say thank you now. And, of course, more great things are coming. Don't forget, a new episode of my podcast will be available this week. I'm going to make the time to do it. And on Kempire Radio, you're getting an unfiltered version of some of your favorite hot topics and reality TV recaps. So subscribe. Available on all podcast platforms. Kempire Radio. Thank you guys for being here. Have a fantastic evening. Oh, now it's starting to work for me. Please review. I watched the episode last night. Maybe I will. Maybe we'll do a mashup next week of 90 Day The Other Way and I Love a Mama's Boy. Because I watched last season. I can't think of their name, but they're usually the ones on the promo photo. They are definitely playing it up for the cameras, but they make me laugh. I can't think of their names. I have to really learn the name. You think Shahib? I did a recap on TikTok for the first season. He commented on it. I was like, Shahib, your mother is definitely playing up for the cameras, but she's funny. There are a few funny couples. Maybe we'll do a mashup next week of I Love a Mama's Boy, or maybe a separate live. We'll see. I have to figure out my time schedules for all of that because there's a lot to unpack. Don't forget, guys, I will be going live at 8 p.m. Eastern to talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. A lot is coming out. We're going to get into it, so stay tuned for that. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to Kempire Daily, where you're getting daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. Be sure to check out everything that you missed already today here on the channel. And be sure to follow me on my social media. Everything's at TheKempire or at Kempire Daily or at Kempire Radio. Shout out to my mods. Shout out to everyone that already donated to our new fundraiser for the month. Appreciate you guys supporting. We are trying to do every little bit that we can. Every little bit goes a long way. Okay. God's Butterfly says, I'll see you at 8 or 8:30. That's how I feel. It might be 8:30, y'all, so I can get myself together. I'm going to go have dinner. I like to eat. What for only members, QK? What are you asking? Is that only for members? I don't remember what I said. Shout out again to my mods. Don't forget to like this video, guys, if you haven't liked it already. We're almost at 100 likes. So let's get to 100 likes before I end this live. Oh, no, Salt Lake City is not only for members. What I'm thinking of doing for Salt Lake City, I will announce in the Salt Lake City live that I'll be doing later tonight. But stay tuned for that. Guys. The next live is going to be open to everyone, guys. The next live will be open to everyone. But I have ideas of the recaps for the future. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a fantastic evening. I'll see you guys in a couple of hours. Yeah, let's say 8:30 p.m. Eastern. All right, guys, have a good night. I will talk to you later.